Welcome to Cooking with Bubbles. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Rodney. Let's get started.
Okay. Get this cage off of the bubbles.
I'm so ready for this.
Yes. I love it.
Look at that little steam that comes off of there.
Oh, I know. It's gorgeous.
Love it.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. Get these bubbles poured. Today I'm putting
They're not going to pour themselves.
That's right. Today I'm putting a little something different in mine. I'm going to be putting in some peach juice.
Peach. Ooh, that sounds yummy.
Yeah.
I'm not that fancy. Different. I'm sticking to cranberry. I'm sure my kidneys need it.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Cheers. Clink.
Clink. Oh, wow. I have to be careful with that. That went down way too easy.
Yeah.
Super good.
Like juice.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, Lisa, it's another day, and here we are doing what we love doing, and that's cooking together while drinking Prosecco. All you bubblers out there that are watching today, please feel free to pour your own glass of bubbles, whatever that looks like for you, and enjoy the show. We appreciate you spending a little bit of time with us in our kitchens. We're wearing our fancy Cooking with Bubbles embroidered aprons, and we'll tell you later in the show how you can get your very own, because every bubbler needs one.
Absolutely. So like you said, we're doing what we love to do. You're in your kitchen, I'm in my kitchen, but we still get to spend time together. So this is a lot of fun. And I don't have to clean up after you. So that's awesome. Although I don't mind. I don't mind.
Well, fortunately, I'm in a smaller space in the RV, so it's much easier to clean up after myself, even if I don't have you here to clean up after me.
All right, well, that sounds good.
Yeah. So Lisa, what are we making today?
So today we're going to make a CWB Cooking with Bubbles original recipe.
Ooh,
it's cheesy Brussels sprouts. And in our house, I mean, we love Brussels sprouts cooked a bunch of different ways. But the way that this recipe comes out is our brand new favorite. Absolutely love doing it. And it's yummy, makes a great leftover. So let me tell you what's in it. Basically, it starts off with just 2 pounds of fresh Brussels sprouts cut up. I've cut mine in half, but depending on the size of them, you might need to cut them into quarters. You basically want them to be bite-sized pieces. I've also got a quarter cup of chopped shallot. So it makes it really nice. I've got 6 pieces of bacon. I've also chopped up into little pieces. I've also got 3 pieces of frozen garlic cubes. Yeah, you can use 2, whatever you like, or you don't have to use any at all. I also have about a half a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. So that's going to go in there too. We're also going to be adding to it about a half a cup of heavy whipping cream. That's going to make it decadent. And we're also putting in about a half a teaspoon each of salt and pepper, just to help season it. And you're going to use some olive oil or what other kind of vegetable oil or whatever you like to use. Rodney, I know you love, butter.
Get the butter.
3 tablespoons of butter. But you can use like 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil, whatever you like to use. You love avocado oil. I like to use olive oil, but really, whatever you like.
Whatever you like. And so let's drink bubbles to that.
That sounds good.
Wow. Well, just a tip, this recipe has Parmesan cheese, and it says a half a cup, but something you can think about. My mom taught me this because she's had to learn how to cook gluten-free, bake gluten-free over the last couple of years. You can actually weigh your cheese because it's a little bit difficult and inconsistent if you use a measuring cup, depending on what kind of cheese and how much it's, how big the pieces are and how much you pack it, etc. So you can actually weigh it. You just look on the back of your cheese package, and it usually will tell you that a quarter of a cup equals this many grams. And so the Parmesan cheese we're using, a quarter of a cup equals 28 grams. So I just measured out 56, I think is the right math, 56 grams of cheese, and look at that. It's a perfect half a cup. So just a tip, something to think about.
Good to know. Well, thank you, Rodney. That is an excellent JTT.
That's what she said. I'll drink bubbles to that. Mm. All right.
Well, let's go ahead and get started. To
Yes.
prep for this, what I've done is I got my pan started with a little bit of olive oil in it, heating that up. I've already pre-chopped my Brussels sprouts, so they're ready to go. And I've measured out my salt and pepper. So basically all we're gonna do is just toss those into our pan and get those going, okay?
All right, and you cut yours in half. I did mine in quarters. I don't know why, I've just always done my Brussels sprouts in quarters, and that's just kind of how I like them, but you can do whatever you want. I suppose you could probably even do them whole, although they would take a lot longer to cook that way. All right.
Sprinkle the salt and pepper on there.
So these are going to take a little bit to cook. My salt always gets, it always, because it's so humid here, my salt always becomes a single mass. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get these cooking, and then we'll come back and we'll show you what's next.
Sounds good.
Well, welcome back. These Brussels sprouts look great, and it took us about 20 minutes to get them this tender and this beautiful. I had to add a little bit more oil. I never measure my oil, but I did have to add a little bit more just so that they didn't, dry out and just fry on a dry skillet top. So they look pretty good. So our next thing is I'm going to stir in my butter, because you could just use more oil, but I like butter because I like the flavor. I like how it makes everything taste. So we're going to put in the butter, and then we're going to put in the shallots and the garlic, and we're going to get this melted down and stirred in. And then once that's done, we're going to put in our whipping cream and our cheese. So we're going to go ahead and get this going, and then we will come back and show you what this looks like once we do all this.
It smells so good already.
All right. Oh, yes, absolutely. We will be back in a moment. All right, so we're going to put in our heavy whipping cream and our Parmesan cheese. And we're going to cook that just for a few minutes. And then the very last thing we'll do is to put in our bacon. And that's really just to warm up the bacon. The bacon's already fully cooked. So we're going to get this going. Oh my goodness, look at that. I need a picture. All right.
Wow, that looks so good.
Yes, it does. Are we ready to put in the bacon, you think?
Yeah, just long enough so that you can let that it's all combined, that your cheese and your heavy whipping cream is nice and combined. Once you know it's combined, then you can toss in your bacon. You can continue to let it heat for just a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks really good. All right, mine's all combined, so I'm going to put my bacon in. Wow. It looks amazing. It smells delicious. So is there anything so this is a recipe that you can be a little bit brave with, and if you feel like it needs to add something, more salt, more pepper, more cheese, more whatever it is, you can always do that. Is there anything, Lisa, you feel like based on going through these steps that you need to add more of?
No.
Awesome.
I think it's good. I mean, because you definitely want to salt and pepper to taste. Some people don't like it too salty. It's just really simple. Simple dish.
It is. There's the finished product right there.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back. So we put in our bacon, we finished everything up, and now we're ready to give this a taste. And oh my goodness, it looks so amazing. You can see my pan, you can see it on my plate. It looks just really good. I'm gonna give it a taste because wow.
Absolutely delicious.
Mm,
Nice and tender
mm.
pieces of Brussels, flavored beautifully with the Parmesan and the shallots. Really, really nice. The bacon, what a nice touch.
And we put that bacon in like at the last minute, so it's still crispy, which is the way I like bacon. And wow, gives it a little bit of saltiness, a little bit of crunch. Let's drink bubbles to that.
Sounds good.
Yum, yum. Well, Lisa, we've done it again. Another amazing recipe and so simple. We'd like to thank our virtual audience for joining today. Thank you all so much for watching Cooking with Bubbles. We also like to thank our sponsor, Cork Tray, who makes these really awesome wood and cork trivets that we use to protect our countertops from hot pans and hot plates, etc. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and become a bubbler at cookingwithbubbles.com. Once you subscribe, click the bell symbol so that you get alerts whenever we post new episodes. Also remember to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/cookingwithbubbles. Facebook is where we post all of our pictures that we take while we're cooking and our recipes so that you can always have our recipes at hand to make on your own time.
That sounds great. We mentioned earlier we'd let you know how to get your own Cooking with Bubbles apron. Basically, just send us an email. We'll tell you more details, but they come in red, blue, black, or white. And we can talk about how to get those to you from that. Also, if you have made any of the recipes that we featured here on Cooking with Bubbles, we'd love to see your pictures. So send us an email. Or if you have suggestions on things you'd like to see us make, send those to us by email as well. Our email address is cookingwithbubbles@yahoo.com. Well, I think that takes care of it for today. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Rodney. See you next time, bubblers.
Bye.
All right, this is going to go pretty fast here, so I'm not going to bring him back because I need to attend to this.
Yeah, once these get tossed together, they don't have to be, you want to make sure that your shallots look a little bit cooked. That's about it. That's the main thing.
Yeah, yeah. Let's have it with skimming. Okay. Wow.
Smells heavenly, it really does. I have to take a picture of that.
It smells, oh my gosh, the smell with the garlic and the shallots. Holy crap.
I know. I really don't have much else. I don't have anything else to add.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Do I?
So what do we do next? We're going to put in the, oh, we say we're going to put in the whipping cream. Do we do that before we come back? Since I mentioned it?
No, we come back. We can come back and just put it all together, I think. This
Okay,
is where you might
we'll
have to add more. You might have to add more butter, so just keep it on hand.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to. Mine looks really nice and moist.
Okay.
Your favorite word?
Yeah.
Okay, my shallots look a little bit clear, not completely, but just around the edges.
We're going to continue to cook. They're going to be fine.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to come back.
The last
we're going to put in. Wait. We're going to put in the whipping cream and the cheese.
Yeah.
And then the last thing is the bacon. You said, right?
You could have already done it. Let's go ahead.
Well, let's just come back.
Come back and talk about it.
Okay. Put it in first or talk about it first?
Come back and come back. You didn't say
oh, we're recording right now. We'd like to thank our virtual audience for joining today. Thank you all so much for watching Cooking with Bubbles. We'd also like to thank our sponsor, Cork Tray. He makes these really awesome trivets that we use to put our hot things on top of our countertops to protect them. And they're just so awesome. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and become a bubbler at cookingwithbubbles.com. And once you get there, click the bell symbol after you subscribe so that you'll get alerts whenever we post new episodes. Also, remember to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/cookingwithbubbles. Facebook is where we post all the pictures we take along the way and all of our recipes that we make.
That sounds great. I mentioned earlier that we tell you how to get your how to get your own Cook with Bubbles apron. Soon